First of all, the Libyans in particular are extremely prickly about what they view as imperial intervention. They had a truly dreadful experience with the Italians, a not particularly happy experience with the British military administration. They believe correctly that the British imposed the monarchy, and then Gaddafi spent 40 years talking about how dreadful imperialism is and so forth and so on. So they are very, very prickly and sensitive about anything that they see as imperialism, something we just need to keep in mind as we think about who goes in to help, because a lot of what would be genuine offers of help will be construed as, imperial intervention. So what do we do? Well, I think one necessary component of this is to take it to the South, to say this should not be your classic northern big power, NATO, United States or kind of thing. There are now increasing numbers of countries in the global South that have had experiences with very often difficult, fraught transitions. Have those people help. Begin to try and think now about how to collect the expertise that is available in the global South for working on, the end of civil wars, the difficult challenges of Truth and Reconciliation Commission, so forth and so on. You could, bring people from South Africa, bring people from Chile, bring people who have gone from very difficult, complicated, fraught thing to relatively stable and relatively successful. I think that we should start doing that now. We collectively, and by this I mean partly the United States can help this, but the world community as a whole should start. And the thing is that I think that this would be a 21st century way of thinking about this, because you have the Club of Madrid. You have organizations that are actually devoted to that idea. These are all the ex-presidents, ex-prime ministers of democratic countries and so forth and so on around the world who say, look, we're consultants. We're happy to deploy our expertise wherever anybody might need it. Well, let's do it. One, it's disproportionately South, just because of the numbers. Two, these are people who are willing and able and interested in doing that. Three, it's a kind of global civil society, so it doesn't have the same sort of weight as governments going in. If we could say collectively, we would support the logistics and funding and so forth and so on behind the scenes, but these people have to front for it. These people have to be the ones who go in and start talking about how it was done in South Africa or other places. It seems to me that there is an opportunity there to manage this in a way that is not evocative of this imperial era, that doesn't seem like the dreadful 20th century that Libya experienced, that would be a next generation way of doing this. And as I say, the people are available. I mean, the elders group in Africa has tried several times with, uneven success to do this kind of intervention. In any event, I think there are opportunities like that we ought to be thinking about. It cannot simply be USAID going in. It won't work.